Hey everyone, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to another edition of The Prescription. It is your girl, the Hidden Lover, and I am here with the financial mind, Oba the Great, the leader of the Barbarian Empire. I mean, he's got merch, he got Oba Water. This man has a lot going on. Oba, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right today. It's been a long day, but we're almost at the end of the day, So we're trying to make the best of it. Tomorrow's back to more work. How's your day going?
Hey, it's going wonderful, wonderful, man. As long as I get to talk to people and do what I do, I can't even complain, you know. I
Absolutely.
love what I do. Definitely, definitely. So I'm gonna start off with the Oba water. What made you go into the water industry?
Hey, hold on. Got to show y'all
Oh
one
yes,
of my
there you
bottles.
go.
I got to show one of my bottles. All right, so basically, what made me get into like the water industry is like I'm from Niagara Falls, New York. And being from Niagara Falls, New York is very, very, very high in poverty. Like, there's nothing healthy for the kids, for anyone whatsoever. It's always everyone's basically eating their dinners out of 7-Eleven, basically.
Mm.
And so my friend, he's a personal trainer. So we try to get on our workout stuff like that. So he was talking about his nutrient plans and what he was trying to do about eating healthier, and I was a little bit heavier. I was around 300 pounds, so I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna start eating healthier. He's giving me advice here and there. So when I got into cryptocurrency, and when we talk about that later, but when I got into cryptocurrency and stuff, and I started making enough money, I'm like, okay, I want to get into a business. What do we need? Like what? And that's when we start talking about farms, and we start talking about growing plants and things like that. And I was like, well, the industry is huge. Like they come out with a new type of soda, new type of drink every day, all day. But when it comes to the water, it's either you're gonna drink the low quality water or you see the high quality water. It's not really any type of competition. And we saw someone come into the space, which was Liquid Death. They came into the space and disrupted the whole space. And all it is when it comes to that type of thing is it's marketing. Can you market your water? Can you whatever? Can you show what's different from yours? So what made mine different from everyone else is actually pure alkaline water, not the when they say it's alkaline water and then you do a pH test and it's not that and it still has some type of acidity. Nah. So that's what we end up getting into. We end up going through many, many tests. Shout out to my guy, Robert Hasbrook. He's our scientist. He's actually from the Bronx, and I want to be black first. Us first. So the scientist,
Oh, there you go.
he's just like me. He was a reformed hood baby, as we would say, and he got into science and he became a real life certified scientist and he started working on the water. I knew him ever since like 2010, and he was like, "Hey, bro, I see that you trying to work on a project. I want to help." So they gave him full access to a lab, and once we start rolling out our marketing, we're actually going to show the process because people want to see. They don't want to be just told anything. They actually want to see the actual process. So we're going to show the
Definitely.
process. We're going to show that I have all the videos already. So we're actually going to show the process of how this water is made, how we can take almost mop water and turn it into alkaline water. And the benefits of alkaline water is clear skin. It has rumor to be anti-aging, but we ain't gonna go into that because I can't you know and also gut health, and people that are familiar with Dr. Sebi and his teachings, everything was off of gut health. And if your gut not right, then all the health problems start from there. And that's exactly what alkaline water helps with and improves. It creates a nice environment for your gut health. And if you have good health, if you have actual good gut health, it fights different type of cancers. So that's what we're working on. Well, what's already worked on is done. So now we're going to be into mass production, and We just got verified for Amazon so we can sell on Amazon,
Okay.
and we'll be ready in the next 60 days.
Okay, well, first off, congratulations for getting
Thank you.
that going. I'm glad you guys are able to not only just get it out, you're going to be able to get it out on a massive level to people who are not, international, nationally, definitely with the Amazon. And I think that the idea of water, especially owned by us, is a beautiful thing because, like, say, we're that's an underserved market, period, especially for us to have water. And I know it's a lot of back and forth about alkaline water. I actually make my own with different fruits and that I put in it. But I believe that everybody has to have needs to have a certain level in their body. And I did hear you say something when you were stating that when you were bigger, 300 pounds. So what exactly did you do to kind of get down while you were going through your health? Getting more healthier as you're going through this process of changing your finances, you're changing your health, investing, different things like that.
Okay, the first thing I did to get my weight down was portion size. Like I could eat a whole pizza like it wasn't nothing. Like, so I had to control. I didn't start doing portion size. I had to, you know, you don't do it instantly. It's not overnight. So I had to take it day by day. So instead of eating that whole pizza, we're gonna eat a half a pizza today. I'm gonna be hungry tomorrow, but we're gonna eat a half a we're gonna eat a half a pizza, and then we're gonna keep bringing it down, and we're gonna keep bringing it down. So as I started cutting the portion size, then I started worrying about exactly what I'm eating because, like I said, it's not overnight. So yeah, I was cutting the portion size down, but I was still eating basically the same thing. I was still eating chicken wings and stuff like that. But instead of eating 20, I'm gonna eat 15, and then I'm gonna go down to 10 and things of that nature. So I cut that down, and then I started worrying about what I'm eating healthy. I cut out sodas. I was never really into candy at all, but the main thing I cut out was sodas and any type of sugary desserts or anything like that. And that was the main thing. Once I started cutting that down, the weight just started falling off.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
I started exercising because now I'm light enough to where I can go, okay, I can do a push up or two. And then I started building there.
I feel you. And I like how you said that because I know a lot of people, and we're finna get into the finance side of the Barbarian Empire, but I like to touch on the health part too because this is the prescription. So we're trying to heal all parts of us. A lot of people think that, it's just what you eat, but a lot of times it's how you eat first. And a lot of times, just like you said, cutting back on sugary things, cutting back on sodas, a bunch of teas, fruit juices or something that have extra added sugars, and just controlling how much you eat like that can drastically affect your weight as well as your health and your energy for you to be able to go ahead and start exercising. And then you can kind of control what you, because I know I sometimes get questions asked like, how do you stay a vegetarian? And it's like, well, it was a process. It was literally a 2-year process that I never knew I was going to end up on. But it was started off with taking out pork, and then it took out all, red meats, and then it went to pescatarian. Then, it was a gradual steps. And I like how he kind of described that. So now I want to get into the finance. The first question I want to ask you, why do you call it the Barbarian Empire?
Well, basically from my past, they like, man, like, cause I'm over 6 feet tall. I'm being over 6 feet tall at the time. Being over 6 feet, 250 pounds. At the time, I came fresh out of prison. So you just, and how I used to act. So they're like, man, this dude barbaric. This is whatever. So when I made the life change, I'm like, okay, how can I turn this into a positive? And that's where at first it was barbarian season. And when I was doing music and stuff, I would always say, man, it's barbarian season, and then I'll start rapping. And then I'm like, okay, we gotta think big now. We can't just be doing this. That's something when OG told me, he said, make sure you live long enough so your mind can change. Because, when you're young, you're 25 years old and this, and you're in your 20s, you don't want to hear nothing, you don't want to, all of that. So then I always used to remember that. He's like, man, When you get old enough, you're gonna understand. It's gonna change. One day you're gonna wake up. And one day I kind of just woke up and said, okay, what you doing here, man? What's going on here? Like, is it gonna be the same thing every day? Is this what you're gonna do? Is this when you're looking on the internet and you seeing these people take vacations over here and all this, but you want to go out and be on the corner? Like, at some point you're gonna get tired of it. I got tired of it, so I started thinking bigger, and I just did a name change. Like, okay, what can we do instead of a season? What can it be? Okay, it can be an empire. Think bigger. You're the king of what you do. And my other nickname is the king of nothing. And when I got the nickname of that is from the city where I'm from. My city where I'm from is less than 40,000 people. Ain't really nobody there. And I was so popular at the time. People were like, nah, you run the city. You're the king of the city. I'm like, dog, I'm the king of nothing. This don't even matter. People don't even know my city exists. Outside of people, like when I say Niagara Falls, all they think of is the water. They don't know there's people living here. They don't know that the poverty rate is over 70%. They don't know any of this. They don't know that there's only 8,000 black people secluded to one side of the town, and that side of town, that's where they did a radiation dump site from the atom bomb. And we had the love canal thing, and people are growing up with disabilities and all the different type of stuff that's going on over there. So I'm like, dog, I'm the king of nothing. Like it means nothing. This means nothing. Ooh, I'm the man in the city that doesn't matter. So that's where the whole king of nothing came from. And then I'm just changing it to a bigger positive thing. And I was on Facebook like everyone else. And when I learned Facebook was localized, I'm like, okay, I want to get my message out there. I want to become bigger. I want to whatever. So I started using these other platforms and start spreading out even more. So now I'm building my empire.
I like that. And you just dropped a lot of information. I didn't know any of that about Niagara Falls, New York.
Yes.
But that's tragic and it's crazy. But I definitely understand the mindset and how to change. And so my next question would be to you. I know digital currency is like the next wave. The next wave of where we're going. We're going paperless, guys. Like for real. So can you first explain a little more about digital cryptocurrency, as well as for those who may know a little bit or may not know, how do they begin? How do they start? How do they dive into the world, the huge world that's emerging of digital cryptocurrency?
Okay, so cryptocurrency and blockchain tech are two different things. A lot of people don't understand that. It's two different things. So cryptocurrency it's just the money of the internet because everything is going digital. And with blockchain tech, it's just the transaction. It's just a list of transactions in open ledger that all of us can see. So once again, cryptocurrency is just the money of the internet, and blockchain is just a list of transactions that you can see that are connected to each other that cannot be changed. So the easiest barrier entry into it is Bitcoin. When Bitcoin was made in 2000, between 2007 2008, after the financial crash. And what happened there was they were lending out too much money and they couldn't hold it, and the whole market crashed. So to hold some type of value, because they used to have to transfer money physically to places. So if they wanted to buy, if a country wanted to buy oil from another country, or they wanted to buy a resource from them, they had to literally physically go fly that money over there. And most of it was done in US dollars. So they say, okay, why don't we have a digital currency? But there's a way that we have to create value, because with the internet, somebody can just code their own dollar. They can just type up their own dollar and print it. So they made it to where it's a limited number, which is 21 million. And with that 21 million, you have to mine it. And what mining is, your computer has to solve extremely difficult math problems in order to be rewarded some of this token. So that's why they call it mining. And the less that there are, the harder the math problems get, but those also the bigger the reward. So with it only being 21 million Bitcoin, that creates scarcity, and something that is scarce creates value. So if you had a million phones, you won't care about losing a phone if you had a million phones. But if you only got one phone, you're gonna care about losing that one phone. that means it's more valuable. So that's the same concept that's going on with cryptocurrency. So some of these cryptocurrencies, well, all of them actually, they all have scarcity. So the less that there are, and the more that someone has, and the more that is needed, the more value goes up. So as far as what actual cryptocurrency is, what I said is money of the internet. Now we're going into things called metaverses. And what metaverses are just computer worlds, basically the Matrix, as you would say. We're having computer worlds. We're seeing games come out. This is where video games and real life are going to be intertwined. So we're seeing things come out where let's say if you're on social media, you're on Facebook. Facebook is its own community. It's over 1 billion people that use Facebook. So Facebook can come out with their own money to where, when you're using the Facebook marketplace, where you can buy the Facebook token to purchase things off of Facebook. And that money is only used in that community, in that type of world. So that's what we're going to start to see. And we saw with Telegram, which the CEO just got arrested a few days ago, that with Telegram, he created his own coin called Ton Coin. So people can pay for items that they were getting from Telegram. And the power that be, they don't like that. Like, hey, you're creating your own, you're basically creating your own country at that point, but it's digital. So that's basically what cryptocurrency is. It's just the money of the internet, and whatever site that you're using is basically going to be considered a country, a territory at that time. And when countries and territories, they have their own currency. So currency of the internet.
I got you. So
sorry, I'm long-winded, but I had to break down every single piece so it's understood.
And I understand that because it is a lot. It is a lot. It can be simplified, but it takes a minute to kind of bring it back together. And I think you gave kind of the best thing where you're basically saying, like, with the scarcity of it, there's caps on it, and it becomes valuable because the more you have, but the less there is, the more valuable it is. But basically, at the end of the day, I guess for someone who may not understand, it's almost like having a credit card and you're using it, but it's digital currency.
Digital currency. Because everyone's using Cash App, Venmo, and all that stuff. We're basically digital. I don't remember the last time I even used cash. So like,
I don't even carry cash.
Yeah. So the easiest barrier to entry for our communities per se is Cash App, and Cash App did that on purpose. They did that intentionally with the help of Jay-Z. And Jay-Z, he hangs out with the guy that created Twitter. I can't think of his name right now, but he owns Block, and Block owns Cash App, and they worked together and they created their own foundation. And now Bitcoin is available on Cash App, and most of our community uses Cash App. So all you have to do is that money that you got in your Cash App, all you got to literally just press exchange, and you have Bitcoin right then and there. It's accessible. They're trying to get it to people, and people are scared of it, and that's what I'm tired of with our people, is things that we don't understand. We're scared of it, or we don't use it, or we say, oh, that's for those type of people. No, this is for us. It's a new it's a new system. The new system is changing, and we can't be late. We're late to everything else. We can't be late. It's still early.
And I agree. And it's too many people that look like us that are now trying to educate others on how to get ahead, because this is an opportunity for us to get in on a lot of things now. And it doesn't take a lot to get started. I mean, it does take research. You do have to, know what you're doing. But like he said, you can get into Bitcoin as simple through Cash App. But the question I will ask you is, because some people may say, oh, well, you can buy fractional shares. For people who don't know, fractional shares means like Bitcoin is like, I think it's trading is like 60-some thousand right now, but you have $200. So you're just buying a portion. You're not actually buying a whole Bitcoin, but you still get money as it goes up. So my question to you is it too much? Is it too big now to actually make money off of Bitcoin with it reaching its peak soon, or should it just be to get in so people can learn and then they move their money into other crypto with other
Yes. So basically it's going to become the same as Forex markets. So right now you have to have a basis. So the basis is going to be Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to be gold. What gold is now, gold is the basis for all our value of money outside of the United States, because the United States got off the gold standard in 1971. So basically our money is just paper and we're just believing in it in the United States. And it's backed by the power. Yeah, it's backed by the power of war, if anything. But we're not gonna get too deep in that. But
yeah, we're not gonna go that rabbit hole.
But as far as so when it comes to Bitcoin is definitely projected to do over millions of dollars for a coin, and we're below 100,000. So what it's going to do right now is it's hedging against inflation, meaning that it's going to beat out inflation. Meaning if inflation is going up this percentage, the amount of money that you're going to make on your interest by holding Bitcoin is going to be greater than that. Because right now people are losing money in their 401ks. You can look at your account right now. Yeah, no, I'm telling the truth. You can look at your accounts right now and see yeah. So right now people are like, dang, we're losing money off of that. Where can I put my money in a safe place? And now it's going to be into cryptocurrency. Right now, Bitcoin being the standard, and Bitcoin being the only thing that's hedging against inflation right now. I think I can't give investment advice, but that's where the money is growing faster than the actual inflation. So that's going to be your new savings account. That's why they're adding Bitcoin ETFs. So they're adding Bitcoins into your 401ks so that your money can beat out the inflation. And that's actively happening, and it's more that's going to happen in September, where a lot of these things are going to go into motion.
I wanted to touch on something you said, because I know a lot of people either save in regular savings accounts. If you're more financially advanced, you might use high end, or some people just save in their closet, like or the backyard. Yeah. So like you mentioned Bitcoin, we're not giving investment strategies, but is that something that might be alternate to hold and to actually gain more with your money by leaving it sitting in Bitcoin versus just the strategy of just putting it in a savings account and maybe getting 1%? Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Because right now, even Coinbase is even offering a higher percentage yield on just holding USDC, which is US dollar coin. They're offering a higher yield than banks right now, and that's a cryptocurrency platform. So, of course, because now usually what they say when it comes to money is follow the money and you find the truth. When you see every single major bank, JP Morgan and Wells Fargo and Chase and all of this, when you see them saying, hey, we need to have Bitcoin ETFs for your 401k, that should let you know this is where the money is going. And they're fighting hard to make this happen, and they're going against the SEC and lawsuits and court dates so they can make this happen. That should let you know right now where the money is going. It's so obvious at this point.
And I agree. I know, and it's quite a few of them. I mean, XRP then has several lawsuits fighting with the SEC trying to get here. It's a lot, but that goes to show you, like when they're fighting, like he said, when they're fighting that hard, that means that is part of it. Like they wouldn't be putting in so much energy and effort unless this was something that's going to be the standard moving forward. But you did touch on USDC. So could you kind of explain USDC? And also my question would be, because I know I hear a lot about the potential of USDC becoming like more like this social credit. Is that something you think is going to happen? And if that's so, should it be something we should avoid, or is it something that you can kind of have in your grouping? Or
there's something called stable coins. Stable coins are tokens or cryptocurrency that are pegged to the US dollar, which is going to be $1. It's not going to go up. It's not going to go down. It's going to stay $1. So with USDC, and there's also USDT, USDT, which is US dollar token. They're basically going to be the new digital dollars. And there's supposed to be another coin. I don't know. I think it's supposed to be like is eCash or something like that. We don't know what's happening with the future of that, but we think eCash is going to be also a stable coin. And a lot of other tokens are coming. A lot of other companies are coming out with their own stable coins, which is PayPal. They already have their own. Ripple and XRP, they're actually coming out with their own. They actually announced that last week that are coming out. So basically, So basically, these are going to be the stable coins. These are going to be the dollar that they're going to give you. So for the people that are not knowing, there's probably most likely going to be universal basic income, and that's going to happen due to the fact of AI and automation is going to start taking jobs. So you're going to get something called a CBDC, which is a central bank digital currency, which is going to be from the central banks, and they're going to give you money at the end every month or every 2 weeks or whatever. They're going to give you, like how they tested it out with the $1,500 to stimulus checks. That was just a test to see what people are going to do with their money. What's going to happen? So all they can do is just type up. They could just type up money and just give it to you straight up, and it'll be airdropped right into your wallet. You wake up, and every Tuesday at 9 o'clock on the dot that you're gonna have it. But that's where a social credit score can happen. Because let's say they could say, hey, listen, you got to spend this before the 2 weeks is up. And because it's a digital currency, it can actually be programmed. It can be programmed to do anything. So they could say, hey, well, we have a business deal with Facebook. And you violated Facebook terms of service. You said something you weren't supposed to say, and you were blocked from 3 days. You were blocked for 3 days off of Facebook. Okay, we're going to deduct $100, like a ticket. Like a ticket. We're going to deduct $100. You're not whatever, and that will happen. It's not an if whatever. Some people say, oh well, it's this can be conspiracy theory. This can be whatever. Nah. Y'all done seen what Facebook already done did to y'all already. Y'all done seen what the old Twitter done did to y'all already. Y'all done seen what IG do to you if you say certain thing. But all of this is going to go hand in hand, and you see it where it's called deplatforming. They're deplatforming people that quote unquote tell the truth, or and they can deplatform. Yeah, so you get a speeding ticket, it could automatically be taken out. You might not even know you got a ticket. You like
exactly. They'll be able to do everything.
Yeah, the stock camera. Yeah, it's your stock camera. So when you expecting that $1,500 or $2,000 in the beginning of the month, and then you look and be like, wow, I only got $900, and let's tell you negative this because you did this, negative that, negative. Yeah, or they can program it and say, hey, listen, it's like food stamps, like how you only could buy certain things with food stamps. You can't buy everything else. So that it's literally going to be that. I mean, they do it already with food stamps, so they already let them know they already have a proven what's the word I'm looking for? It's already proven that they can do that already, and why would they not do it with this? And it's very easier because now it's just straight digital control.
Exactly. And like say it's got a proven track record of working, and not only that, it can also dictate, they can see what you buy, they can see your it tells so much about you, and you have no idea what they're going to be using that information to do, or how it can hinder us moving forward.
And from me being certified in cybersecurity, like these people know everything. Everything. People be thinking people think they don't know this, they know everything. It's so bad. These algorithms are so good to the point that when you say, oh man, they're listening to my conversation, because you'll see an ad for whatever you was talking about. It's to the point that it's predicted, because they know how many times you looked at something down to the millisecond of, okay, you could be scrolling and you might look at an orange car. Okay, well, let's show them orange for the next few seconds. Okay, now it's orange this, but we really want to sell them this advertisement. They paid us more money to sell orange t-shirts. Okay, let's start showing him orange t-shirts passive aggressively. Let's show one of their friends an old picture from 2 years ago wearing an orange shirt. Okay, let's do that. And it really works like that. Man, that's how they get you to consume. And I'm like, wow, from me being in cybersecurity, I learned how the technology work. And then from me I went to Stanford University in product management. Now I know how the advertising work of how they do it and why they do it. All of this stuff, this world that's around us, is nothing but ads. That's it.
Exactly.
Ads. Everything's an ad. Everybody trying to tell you something. Buyers and sellers, and that's how the world works. Nothing else.
And I agree. And because I don't even have Siri on my phone, but sometimes I could be talking, I pick my phone up, and it's actually whatever I was just speaking on, it's pulled it up, but I didn't ask my phone too because I specifically have it turned off. So, like say, um, everything around us is tapping into what we're doing. We're saying because all it wants to do is sell to us, like that we're consumers and they want us to consume.